I feel like a 60s diva. Hey guys, my name is Kendra from Kendra Epic Photography. So today we're going to be talking about how to set your photography rate. There's 3 things that I really like to think about, and I'm going to share them with you guys. Hopefully this will help you decide what you're going to charge for your photo shoots. So the first thing I would suggest doing is looking where you are in the world, globally. What city are you located in? What country are you located in? This is really going to help you judge how much you're going to set your rate for. For example, a photographer based in LA is going to have a different rate than a photographer based in Calgary. There are a lot of factors that go into this, like demand and demographic. So you're going to want to look at other photographers in your area and base your rate kind of off of them. Now, don't copy and paste, obviously, but definitely get examples from other people, and then you can sort of insert yourself into the mix. Now, if you set your rate too low, you are most definitely probably absolutely undervaluing yourself. Now, I'm not saying if you just bought a camera, you have no idea what you're doing and you just decided one day to become a photographer. Definitely not saying that you should start off with a competitive rate. Start somewhere on the lower end, but then feel free to gradually increase your prices as you gain experience and as you feel more comfortable with your camera. Another important thing to note is that if you start with a really low rate in comparison to your surroundings, this ultimately does affect your community. So if you start working for peas and carrots and produce a high value product, this ultimately lowers the value of everyone around you. People are gonna start to chitter chatter and wonder why they're giving people truffle oil when they could be giving out canola oil for the same taste, you know? This also will become super tiresome because you will soon realize once you start your business, it is a lot of work. It is not just the hour that you spend photographing your client. There's so much more that goes behind it. So ultimately, just do not undervalue yourself and the time you're putting into your work. That is super, super important. Okay, so we have looked at location. Now we're gonna zoom in a little bit and focus on what type of photography you are going to be doing. There are so many types of photography that you can do. So I think this is actually the most accessible tip. There's lots of information on the internet. When I started, I Googled average rate for portrait photography. Something that is really one-on-one, like portrait photography, might be a little bit more expensive than, say, an event. But ultimately, what you're doing is gonna influence the rate that you charge per shoot. So what I would recommend doing is just simply Googling your niche, photography niche, and seeing what the average rate is for that type of photography. And my last tip is to offer packages. Packages are amazing. Allowing people to pick and choose their wants and needs from a photo shoot is super, super important, and it's gonna allow your business to appeal to a wide audience. I would suggest starting with maybe 2 or 3 packages. So maybe you wanna offer a really super basic package and then a standard package or a normal package that will most likely be your most popular package, and then you also want to provide a high-end package. Let's actually dive deeper into what I suggest putting into your package descriptions. So some things that you want to think about including and making really clear in your packages are: 1, how many photos does your client get? Are they edited photos? Are they retouched photos? 2, how long will your session be? 3, how many looks will the client have? And 4, any extra materials or studio space, props, are they included or is that an additional cost? Those are just some basic points that I think you should hit if you're going to start packages. And once you get used to the offering of those packages, you can always go back and tweak them a little bit and adjust the time slots, adjust the amount of photos people get, etc., etc. If you're wondering what my rates are for photography sessions, as a photographer who's worked for about 2 years, head over to my website and definitely check that out. And while you're there, if you want to, you can check out my portfolio. Yeah, I hope this video is helpful to you in some way. Rates are super weird when you're first setting them, but I promise once you start working more, you get totally used to them. And don't be afraid to bump up your prices with experience. So if you've been working for about a year or maybe 6 months and you really feel confident in the work that you're doing and you think you started at a lower rate, definitely bump up your prices. You shouldn't feel weird about doing that. It's totally normal. Yeah, I believe in you guys. You can do it. Now, go make your website, start your business, or continue on with your business. You got this. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been super fun. I hope that the tips were kind of helpful to you. Definitely leave any comments below if you have questions about rates, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! What kind of photography are you doing? Why am I shaking my head so much? 'Cause I know that I want you so bad.